to kick some ass one last time?
Well, in 1972, I was a Grateful Dead fanatic, and I was sensing that there was a change in the era. I was 20 years old, and I was asked to audition for a band called Wicked Lester in June of '72, and I was a Grateful Dead hippie, and I met Gene and Paul for the first time, and they were telling me about they were going to have a new band called, they didn't know the name of the band yet, but they were changing from Wicked Lester, and they were going to be much more English based, and it was going to be like Les Pauls and Marshalls, and most American bands weren't playing Marshalls in those days, they were playing through Fenders. And I didn't quite get it. They asked me if I'd heard a band called Slade. I hadn't heard of a band called Slade. I didn't quite get it. So that summer, I auditioned, I didn't get in the band, and that summer I joined an Allman Brothers copy band, and I was playing Allman Brothers songs in a bar. And come that September of '72, I got a subscription to a magazine called Fusion, and the subscription had David Bowie. The first issue had David Bowie on the cover, and Ziggy Stardust came out, and it came with 3 albums: Ziggy Stardust, Lou Reed's Transformer, and Mott the Hoople's Mott. And I put these records on, and I looked at these pictures and went, oh my God, what the and I cut my hair off, dyed it blonde. Mick Ronson becomes my hero. The whole Grateful Dead era hippie thing in the toilet. I got to be in a glitter band, a glam band of some sort. And I put my name out. I said to anybody, if you know anybody who's looking for a guitar player in a glitter band, glam band, New York Dolls type of band, call me. I got a phone call from a guy who said, hey man, we got a glitter band. We're going to be like the New Jersey version of the New York Dolls, except the difference is we can play. Because the Dolls really just sucked, but they look great. They were just terrible. And I used to see them a lot. By the way, in September of '72, I saw the Dolls a lot at the Mercer Art Center. So I thought, wow, being in a band that looks like the Dolls but sounded good, that sounds great. So that was how it started. But that band is not the band that anybody knows. That band, well, there's a documentary called We Are Twisted Sister. It tells the whole story. I mean, it kind of is easy. Watch the documentary. I don't have to answer any more questions, you know. My girlfriend, all my ex-wives are thrilled that it's out now. It's like, no, it's not just that. Jim Marshall, I once said to him, why are you married 7 times? He goes, because I tell the story of Marshall Adams every goddamn day, and my ex-wives are sick of hearing them. So the story of Twisted has been chronicled in a lot of places, you know, and I'm going to be writing a book soon. I'll go into more detail about how it went down. But the fact is that there's a documentary that does tell this whole story. That version of the band did not last long, 2 years. It lasted, then it morphed into another version, which morphed into another version, and eventually by 1976, Dee and Eddie joined. Eddie was a high school friend, and then we started our climb through the club scene. And I have to say that, you know, here we are 40 years in, 43 for me, but, you know, we're celebrating 40 years with Kiss and Judas Priest and Scorpions and AC/DC. And, you know, there's a lot to be said, man. Black Sabbath, you know, none of us thought we were going to be here 40 years later. The music has such amazing staying power for the bands that really work their asses off. Epiphone has bone been great. Epiphone's an amazing company. They've been great to me. They have been great